and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, a few weeks ago when we sat in the booth, I asked you a couple weeks in, how were the rookie quarterbacks adjusting? And the answer was pretty well. What have you thought now so far?
Well, Dak Prescott leads the pack. His team has won 4 straight, and he still has yet to throw an interception. It's absolutely remarkable what he's done through the first 5 games. You look at Carson Wentz, finally threw an interception, but I thought he played well in their loss at Detroit. He continues to mature as a rookie quarterback, looking more and more like a veteran. And Paxton Lynch got his first start in Denver. Didn't go quite the way he wanted, but at least he's got his feet wet now.
He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now Wilson on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now they try the right side here. Touchdown, Seattle. Kristen Michael, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd and 10, Smith. This is complete to Niall Davis. A good pickup there at 22. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And on 2nd and 10 now. To the air again, Smith. He's got time. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To throw is Smith. His pass caught at the 4. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll let Charles try and get him in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jamal Charles taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Flushed out right, and this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And able to find Graham. Complete. Give him 18 yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly what...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston able to get him for a loss of about 3. On 2nd down, Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He finds his man, Baldwin. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to...
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Wilson going to throw for it. And it's caught for 2 points. Very interesting way to end this one. They add on a couple extra that they really didn't need. Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for two just to widen the margin.